Hello and welcome to Core with Becky. So I'm just going to start by running you through how it's going to work today. We've got 7 exercises and you're going to do them in the order of 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, etc. You see how this is going. They're all 30 seconds long with a 10-second break. And once you've done all that, we're going to do a lovely bit of Tabata, which is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds break for 8 rounds. Okay, here we go. Going into exercise 1. This is the bicycle crunch. So 30 seconds on this exercise. We're taking the opposite elbow towards the opposite knee, making sure you're straightening out that other leg as you go. And we're crunching the lower back into the ground. If you don't feel this burning, you're not crunching hard enough. Okay, we've got 8 seconds left of this one. Make sure you keep moving. Try not to stop too much. And 3, 2, 1. And we're changing 10-second break and we're getting into the next exercise. This will be exercise 2. And then we're going to go from the top again, 1, then 2. So here we go with our plank drag through, taking the opposite hand and dragging the dumbbell towards that side that your arm is dragging on. Okay, keep the hips nice and still. You might need the feet slightly wide to do this. To keep those hips stationary, we don't want to be swaying side to side. And I like to have my hands in the middle of my body as well. And as you can see, I keep looking up at the time ahead of me because it's a horrible exercise. So I want to see when it's done. And that's you done now. 10-second break. So go back into the bicycle crunch again now. So you've done this one, you know what's coming up. And bicycle crunch, 30 seconds. So pressing the lower back in the ground again, making sure you're straightening that leg completely out. Hopefully you can get a bit more rhythm this time now you know what you're doing. And you've got 12 seconds left. And don't worry if it's really burning by this point, okay? That is normal. I'm normally shaking by this point. And there we go, 10-second break. Count yourselves lucky if you're doing this on demand because it's only a 5-second break while you do it live. So 2 seconds and we're off to our drag throughs again. You know this one. Opposite hand drags it through to that side, okay? Make sure you're using the opposite hand. People do get confused with this. Just have a watch of the video. Make sure the hands are directly under the shoulders. We don't want to be letting the shoulders pull back, letting those hips raise. That's not what we want. We want to be keeping the body in a nice straight line. And you've got 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. 10-second break. And we're going into a double-legged crunch. This is our exercise 3. Introducing a new exercise. And off we go. So feet are off the ground, okay? And we're stretching all the way out and then crunching all the way in. If you struggle with this one, you can just hold in that top position. That is absolutely fine, okay? So stretch out, come back in, nice and slow. Try and keep moving. Just try not to go too fast. It's not about speed, this. And then if it gets too much, just hold at the top. 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're back to the top again. Bicycle crunch, you know what you're doing here. In 5 seconds. And off we go. Bicycle crunch. So really pushing your lower back into the ground. And again, if this one becomes a bit too hard, you could go for a dead bug instead. And if you really need to take a break, you can take a few more pauses. I'd rather you do that and keep the reps nice and neat than push through with messy reps. And there we go, 30 seconds done. And we're going to that weighted drag through again. In 2, 1, and go. Into your plank. Gently placing the weight to the other side. So this is important. We don't want to be just slamming that weight down. Okay, nice and gentle as you put it down. Nice gentle drag. 3, 2, 1. And we're changing 10-second break and we're getting into the next exercise. And 5 seconds, we're going into our double-legged crunch again. Okay, and off we go. Double leg crunch. So we know this one, okay, nice and gentle as you come down to the ground. Okay, you don't need to lay yourself completely flat on the ground. There is still a little bit of space between your back and the floor, your upper back and the floor. And just nice and slow. And as I said before, just hold it nice and still at the top if you need to. Okay, and then we're on our break. Okay, plank knee taps. Okay, this is a new one. So we're placing the foot nice and lightly, placing the foot and almost the knee towards the opposite arm, okay? So we do place it gently on the floor and we do go nice and slow here. Okay, we're keeping the hips nice and still. And a couple seconds left. Don't rush it. And then we're back to the top again once we've added that new exercise. So, bicycle crunch, you know it now. Once you've been all the way through this round, we've added that 5th exercise, you do get a 30-second break. Okay, here we go. Okay, yes, I know it really burns, but just think about this break that's coming up. Opposite elbow towards the opposite knee. Don't worry if the elbow can't actually touch the knee, that's fine. That's not your aim, you're just trying to crunch in, okay? It's just an area to aim for. Couple seconds left, and we're done there. Okay, the 10-second break. Plank weighted drag through. Should hopefully be getting a little bit bored of this one now. We've done it so many rounds. And there we go. Taking that weight towards the opposite side. Making sure you keep those hips still. It's at this point that they'll want to start swaying. You've got 9 seconds left. Take that 10-second break, double leg drag through. 2, 1, and go. So double leg crunch. Nice and slow, don't need to rush it. Little pause at the bottom if you want to make it harder, but at this point you're probably hurting a lot. So you probably don't want to be pausing at the bottom. But if you're a bit crazy and you want to make it harder, then feel free to pause at the bottom before coming back up. And that's basically a long bowl hold. Okay, 10 seconds break. Plank knee taps. And then we'll add a new exercise. So there we go, nice and light. Placing your foot on the ground towards the opposite hand. Okay, you don't want to be swaying forwards and backwards with this one. That's what some people do. So I don't want that. I want you super still, okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and that one's done. New exercise coming up, bowl hold. It's the devil's exercise. It's my most hated exercise, especially when you're hurting this much at this point. But here we go, 30 seconds and go. So as you can see here, I went for a long position and then I decided, no, that's too hard. I'm gonna squish myself in a little bit. If you can go for that long position I went for at the start, then by all means go for it, stretch your legs out. But if all you can manage right now is that very squished position, that's fine, as long as your core is working and you're really tucking your lower back in towards the ground and crunching up. Head up off the ground as well on this one. And here we go. You've got a nice long break, 30 seconds. So lay on the floor, grab a drink, And it's only 2 full rounds to come, okay? So 2 new exercises coming up, round 6 and round 7. And then this main bit is done. And that's a batter at the end, it's not too bad. Just gotta get through this horrible bit. Okay, 7 seconds, get yourself ready. And let's go. Bicycle crunch. Twelve seconds to go. If you really need to pause during any of these next few exercises, then do, but try and wait till the breaks. It will start to burn a lot here. There you go, 30 seconds done, 10-second break. Plank weighted pull through. Oh, forgot the name of that one. It's right in front of me. Right, off we go. Dragging that weight through towards the opposite side as normal, and again, hips nice and still. You know it now, but you're probably getting tired now. If this is becoming far too much of a struggle and you really can't handle it with the weight, just go for a simple plank hold, that's fine. Simple plank hold will do if you're already hurting a lot at this point. I'd rather that than you fall flat on your face. And 3, 2, 1, done. 10-second break. Get ready, turn yourself over for your double-legged crunch. Okay, you know what you're doing here? Not much to say really. You may feel a slight clicking and popping in your hips. Sometimes I get that and I hear other people asking about that, so don't worry about that unless it's painful. That is completely normal. That happens a lot. If it's painful, obviously stop, but most of the time it's just a little clicking sound. So 2, 1, and done. 10-second break. Right, plank, knee, tucked taps. Okay, here we go. Nice and gentle with this. Especially with this one as well, keep the shoulders over the hands. Too often I see people slowly shifting their shoulders back, which makes their hips raise up. Okay, don't cheat yourself on this one. Keep it strict. We've got the bowl hold coming up, and then 1 new exercise, and then we're back to the top for the last time. So make these count. 3, 2, 1, 10-second break. Okay, bowl hold, there we go, long position, and then slowly coming in. Again, just take the position that you can handle. Make sure it's actually hard enough for you. And make sure you can go for the 30 seconds. Okay, this is a horrible one. And your body will want to just relax and start arching the back, but really try not to do that, okay? You've got 10 seconds left, okay? Stretch your arms back if you can. I looked like I went for it in that video and then I decided not to. But try and stretch your whole body out. And done. Plank shoulder taps. Here we go. I actually do a 5-second pause on this one. So each one you hold your hand at your shoulder and pause. If you can do that, great. So we're holding the hand and we're switching. And you're switching. And switch. And switch. And if you can't quite do the switch and all you can just do is a faster pace, that's fine. But if you can hold, that's it, switch. This is your last one. And done. Good. If you can do those holds, then it does just make it that little bit more intense. Bicycle crunch, we're at the top again. This is the last round. 7 exercises to get through and then it is over. Right, off we go. Nothing to say here, but just cling on tight. This is the last round. This is the most important round. Make each rep as perfect as you can. I know you're hurting at this point, but just push on through. 10 seconds left of this exercise. Oh, and there's Chris in the mirror behind me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 8-second break. Enjoy this break. We're going into your weighted drag throughs. Grab your weights. Okay, 18 seconds left of this. Keep the hips still. It's the last time you're doing this. Don't cheat yourself on this. 6 seconds. 2, 1, and done. Okay, double-legged crunch. You know the drill here. Just hold it at the top if it's too hard. You may not needed to before, but now you might be hurting more. So just a simple hold at the top is fine. But if you can go for the full thing, great. And again, nice and slow. Don't rush through this. People have a tendency to go nice and fast on core exercises, but it's just not needed, okay? Nice and gentle. 10 seconds left of this. And you're done. Okay, knee tucked taps in a plank. So turn yourself over, hands under your shoulders, and we're off. We are slowly coming to the end here, okay? Get this exercise done. And then it's just 3 exercises to go. "13 seconds. Remembering not to sway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10-second break, 3 exercises, the horrible bowl hold. Get this one done, and then the other 2 aren't as bad. I don't think so anyway. 2, 1, and go. Crunch it, don't release it. Make it as long as you can, okay? Really push yourself on this one. It's the last time you're doing this, okay? So legs out as far and as close to the ground as you can manage while keeping the lower back pressed into the ground. And 13 seconds to go. It's a burner, I know, but it's almost over. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, plank with shoulder taps, and it's a 5-second-ish pause with your hand on your shoulder if you can manage it, okay? And here we go. Hand up on your shoulder, hold it, nice and still, and change. Changed a bit early that time. And change. And change. And change. 2 to go. Change. This is the last 5-second hold. And change. Okay, 1 exercise to go, and then this bit is done, and the Tabata is a nice easy finisher. So here we go. Double-legged circle crunch. So you can either lean on your elbows here or just lean on your back with your hands on the floor like I've done. Whatever you prefer really. And as normal, push the lower back into the ground. If you find this hard, just do small circles with your legs up quite high. I've gone for big circles here. This is the harder version. And feel free to keep changing direction of your feet. It doesn't really change anything, but take your mind off it for a split second. So 8 seconds to go, and then this bit is done. 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, so we've got a nice 60-second break here. Enjoy it, grab a drink, and I'll explain what we've got coming up. We have Tabata. Now, these are only 20 seconds long, so this is quite great. It's gonna go quite fast. So 20 seconds of each exercise, and then 10-second break. It's going to be any form of side plank you can manage, and in the video you'll be able to see me in a sec doing various versions of this, always on the same side because clearly I was too lazy to film the other side. So just do make sure you do keep changing sides. It's going to be left side then right, then left then right, then left then right, then left then right. Okay, so that's 8 rounds, 4 on each side. Okay, no weights needed. Video is coming up in 7 seconds, okay? So you can go on your knee for this side plank if you need to. You can put your hand on the ground if you need to. Okay, so there I am on my knee with my arm up, 1 foot in front of the other, or 1 foot on top of the other, or active side plank, which is what I'm going for here. And you can even put your hand on the ground like I have there if you need to. Whatever version you need to do, okay? So we've got 8 seconds left of this one. And there I go, hand on the ground again. And that's it, 10-second break. Switch over, I'm gonna be facing the same way. But if you could please change sides, that would be great. And 20 seconds, here we go again. Okay. Making sure you're keeping your hips forward here. I don't want a banana position. And there we go, we're changing. 10-second break. And off we go. Change sides again, hopefully. Okay, and again, as normal, keep the hips pushed forward. People tend to kind of look down their body too much, their hips push back. They're not in that straight plank position, which is exactly what I want. If you started with one version of plank here, oh, that's it, break time, 10 seconds. Told you it would go fast. If you started with one version of plank and you want to change to a different version, feel free. I actually like the active side plank. Off we go, 20 seconds. I like the active side plank because it does take your mind off it a little bit. You can count your reps. Okay. Making sure you're nice and slow, you're not bashing into the floor. We've got 6 seconds to go. Okay, and that is halfway, okay? 10-second break. 2 on each side to go. Hopefully you know what you're doing by this point. Nice and easy, just the same thing every time. 5 seconds to go. Should be getting a little bit shaky on your elbow. Maybe you already were at the start, but definitely by this point, I know I am. 5 seconds, break left. 2, 1, and go. Finishing off this penultimate round, then it's just 1 of each to go. 5 seconds. And done. Okay, take that lovely 10-second break. This is it, once on each side, and then the whole thing is over. You should be a shaky mess. If you're not, you're a superhero. And 20 seconds. Make this count, okay? Make this as hard as you can, make it as perfect as you can, as still as you can if you're holding the side plank. 6 seconds. Okay, and 10-second break. Enjoy it. We are very almost at the end now. And off we go. This is it, 20 seconds and it's done. 10 seconds, hips forward. Don't let yourself get into bad positions at this last point. Going right till the buzzer. And done. It's over. Well done, guys. Have a nice lay down, have a nice breather, and enjoy the rest of your day or evening.